Hello and welcome to the Lean Girl YouTube channel. My name is Angie and my goal is to help you build your best body to live in. Now, I'm really excited about today's topic. It has been something that has been on my mind for the last couple of weeks, and I have really been thinking about how I can get this message across. Now, this video is for you. If you are on a fat loss journey, if you are trying to get lean, perhaps you're thinking about starting a fat loss journey, perhaps you are midway, and perhaps you are trying really hard. You feel like you're doing all the right things, and you got on the scale today and the numbers were not what you liked. This video, I want you to watch now, but I want you to save this video because I can predict the future, my girls. You are gonna need to watch this video another time in the future because this is going to happen. If you want to get lean and if you want to lose fat, what I'm talking today is going to happen to each single one of you. It happens to me, it happens to everyone, and so I want you to expect it, okay? So I actually talk about fluctuations a lot because I feel like this is one of the major things that just mentally screws us and throws us off track so easily, and is actually a huge culprit for robbing us of the results that are just about to show. So I'm sure you've been there where you feel like you're doing everything, right? Your diet is on point, your meals are fantastic, they are so green, and you're eating those delicious lean protein, you're doing all the things, right? You're exercising, you're getting into the gym. First time you've exercised consistently for an entire week, okay? You are sleeping well, you are drinking all your water, and heaven above, you stand on that scale and the numbers are up. Maybe 1 kilo, maybe 2 kilos, and you think, what the hell have I actually been doing? Like, I have been doing all the things and now I'm not getting the results that I want. And what do? We say screw it. Okay, well, if I'm eating all the good food, if I'm doing the workouts, if I'm doing everything and I'm not seeing results, then I may as well go and eat the pizza and not get results, right? And what do? We then have a huge weekend binge and we start again on Monday. Or it could be the fact that you have been at a plateau for a little while. So I have girls in my program, first week they drop 2 kilos, second week 1 kilo they drop. Then week 3, week 4, week 5, nothing. This program is shit, it doesn't work. Whatever I'm doing is not working anymore. What am I doing wrong? I'm so frustrated, I'm so demotivated, I just don't even want to do this anymore. I want you to expect that to happen because it happens to all of us. There are so many reasons for fluctuations. There's no way to avoid them. So this is what I want to talk about a bit today, and it really is how to get into the right mental frame to be able to get past the scale and the fluctuations. And I'm not even talking about the scale, okay? Sometimes it's just how you feel. Like, I can feel freaking fantastic today. Tomorrow, I can feel huge, okay? Hormones play a huge role in this. Digestion plays a huge role in this. Depending on what foods you ate, you had a lot of salt, you didn't drink enough water. The body is fluctuating all the time. And all of a sudden, if we feel like our jeans are a little bit tight, if we get on the scale and it then confirms that the numbers are up, we think that we've gained fat. It is just not the damn truth, okay? If you are, number 1, eating in a calorie deficit, number 2, you are training hard, you are getting enough sleep, you are drinking your water, it is impossible for you to gain fat. Literally impossible. Are you listening to the words? Sometimes I feel like I'm also preaching to myself, but this is how fat loss works, right? If you're eating less calories than you are burning, you are losing fat. Okay, regardless of what the scale says, regardless of what it says today. That is the fact. then you have a big buffer between your fat loss calories and your maintenance calories. So even if you were not being 100% accurate on the tracking, you're most likely more at maintenance. You definitely did not gain 2 kilos in one day or in a couple of days, unless you are honestly eating 3,500 calories over and above your maintenance calories. You would then gain a genuine half a kilo. Do you know how many calories that is? Do you know how many McDonald's burgers that is? This is how much 3,500 calories of food. So unless you are waking up in the night and you are sleepwalking and eating, it is impossible. So just to put this into perspective, I wanted to ask you a few questions. If you felt like your stomach was a bit bloated, but you have not had sex with anyone, would you think you were pregnant? This is a genuine question. Ask yourself that. It's very unlikely that the conclusion you would jump to is that you were pregnant, right? Like, it's impossible. Am I correct? If you're not having sex, you cannot have a baby. If you're not eating way too many calories, you cannot gain fat. But why do we still think we've gained fat, even though we know we have not been overeating? It is because it's not actual fat gain, it's a fluctuation. Here's another question for you. If you were feeling a little bit tired, would you just assume that you have jet lag, but you have not been traveling? You haven't been anywhere. I mean, we've been in lockdown. What? You would never jump to the conclusion that you have jet lag because you have not traveled to another time zone. So why, when we have, I'm just going to repeat myself because I feel like we need to seriously just get this, and sometimes you need a few questions to let it sink in. If we have been not eating a whole shit ton of calories, we cannot gain fat. It's not possible. It's basically like thinking you are going to win the lotto when you have not bought a ticket. Do you get it? My girls, it is impossible to gain fat. Even if you feel huge, even if the scale says that you are 2 kilos, if you have not been, it's a cause and effect. If you have not been eating too much food, you cannot gain fat. Now, I wanted to show you a little case study of myself, and this is why I'm feeling so passionate about this video, because it literally happens to me all the time. It has happened to me in the last 2 weeks, okay? So, first of all, I have the Mirena, so I never know when I'm actually on my period, which is in a great, like a way, it's great, but in another way, I'm just like, am I angry now because I'm on my period, or are you just making me angry? I just never know. But unfortunately, my cycle is therefore very difficult to track. But if you are tracking your period and it is regular and you're managing to do that, a great app, by the way, is called Flow, where you can track your period. It's really helpful. It helps you with all the symptoms and how to manage everything. So often, I actually don't know that I am premenstrual, and very easily, my weight will go up 1 to 2 kilos in the week before my cycle starts, okay? It happens religiously. I don't know why we get a shock. Every damn month, we're like, oh no, I just got fat overnight. No, you didn't. It's hormonal fluctuations, okay? And then I actually had a little leg procedure at the end of December, which I couldn't train hectic weights for a little while. And when I went back to gym, which was the week before, I then started training. I did like a heavy leg section. So I actually want to pull up my weight over the last couple of days just to show you, and actually I can pinpoint exactly what happened. So premenstrual week, my weight went up. I then did an intense heavy leg session. The next day, what happened? It went even further up. And I'm sitting there being like, oh my God, I have gained 2 kilograms of fat. No. And this is what happens, right? Then we put on these 2 kilograms on the scale, or you feel, I also felt huge, which happens, by the way. I want you to expect this, my girls, especially when you just start weight training. You feel fluffy. You feel like your pants are tighter, and that's when people quit. They stop, they're like, oh no, I gain weight so easily on weight training. No, it's just because your muscles hold on to water as they repair themselves. You need to push through 2 to 3 weeks and you'll be perfect. So anyway, I did not, and I do not want you to then, okay, you have this fluctuation, now you're gonna cut down your food. You're gonna start doing more cardio. It's this just reaction that we flip back into our old serial dieting ways and think, okay, panic mode, now I'm gonna eat 1,000 calories, I'm not gonna eat my meals, I'm not gonna do this weight training, no. Okay, that is exactly the kind of reaction that is keeping you stuck. So I need you to listen to me. I need you to trust me. I want you to, number one, I want you to expect fluctuations. I want you to know that they're coming. I do not want you to be shocked. And I've done a whole nother video, I'll link it here, on the different reasons for fluctuations. I'm not gonna go into them all, but hormonal, it can be your salt intake, it can be your digestion. If I've eaten a whole lot of vegetables and a huge salad, the next days I very often weigh more because there's just more food in my system that is still digesting. As I said, water intake, salt intake, heavy weight training sessions. There are so many reasons for fluctuations, and 99% of the time, if it is a short-term spike that's happened on the scale, it is a fluctuation. You cannot gain fat overnight. This is the crux of it. I want you, as I said, to expect the fluctuations. I do not want you to change your damn strategy, no matter what. I don't care if the scale is saying you 5 kilograms up in like 2 days. I do not want you to cut your food. I do not want you to eat less. I do not want you to stop doing anything that you are doing. Because let me tell you something. There is much better chance of you getting results by carrying on doing what you're doing, carrying on with your calorie deficit, carrying on with your training, carrying on, than having a binge. It's not gonna work. Sometimes I feel like we actually looking for a reason to give up, and when we get on the scale, there it is. Oh, you see, I've been trying so hard and it's not working, and so I may as well just binge. Like we want it so that we can go and have like a huge weekend bender. Meanwhile, that will guarantee you not getting results. I always say getting results is like making a cake. Okay, you got the right ingredients. You've got your fat loss strategy. You follow the instructions perfectly. You put your cake in the oven. If you take that cake out too soon, you're gonna be like, this was a total flop. See, didn't work. Meanwhile, you just need to leave that cake in the oven a little bit longer, and your results were just around the corner. I really think that this is so important, and it's a message that I wish I could have heard myself 5 years ago, when every single month I would experience the same thing and think that I was getting no progress and feel like I was hitting a plateau. But I just want you to know, if you just carry on going, you don't quit, you put in the work, the results will come. It is a science, it works every single time. You've just gotta keep going, okay? The results will come. They will be around the corner. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it gave you some clarity. I hope that it made some sense. And I want you to remember that analogy. You cannot have a damn baby if you haven't been sleeping around, okay? So you cannot gain fat if you haven't been eating a whole lot of food, okay? That is it for me today. Love to you all. Look out for more recipes, more lean body hacks, more tips, more strategies to build a better body to live in here on the Lean Girl YouTube channel. Please hit this video with a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet done it. Sending you all much love, and let's get those bodies, girls.